Hello there. I know there's been some confusion and haziness about where I am, what I'm doing, and perhaps a post on FaceCrack I put up July 3rd. So here's the story. I am back in Seattle. Quick recap: 2 years ago, a protracted and heartbreaking divorce. I ended up being a nomad for about 15 months. A year ago, Father's Day was approaching, and I realized I have always spent Father's Day with my sons. Made more poignant 7 years ago when Coleman died. So I did come home. It would have been Father's Day 2022. And there was a shift in my priorities. While life with with Kimberly and Tacoma Park, Berkeley Springs was wonderful, I realized several things uh, and realized the priority was my family, which is not just centered here in Seattle, but specifically West Seattle. My sons and their wives live walking distance apart. Uh, Kim and Brian bought the family house. Everything in my wallet says family house address. Uh, and I live in another part of Seattle, Ravenna, that I never traversed much before. And it's a really nice, safe space, and it's been a wonderful transition back to Cascadia for a number of reasons. It's a duplex with friends upstairs in this little nano neighborhood. And I've nicknamed it Base Camp because well, I'm not wandering like I used to. I do visit farms and partners here in Washington State a, a lot. But this is home. And it's this small studio. Uh, it works for me. And I'm playing with hemp and my granddaughters. And those are my primary focuses these days. Um, Working with the same farm in Eatonville. This is year 4. This time, I was invited by the hemp program at Washington State University, the state's ag school. Uh, if you have a project, we'd like to help you do a study or a field trial. Hell yeah. Space is the place, which um, tracks the planting density of hemp fiber cultivars as it relates to the herd to bast ratio. The bast being on the outside, used for paper making and textiles, the herd being the woody inner core used to make hempcrete, hempwood, and other things. So, uh, we're doing it. It's been a goofy year. Uh, the Eatonville thing is a last minute punt. It's being replicated by Washington State University in Palouse. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's where it is. It's on the east side of the mountains. I haven't seen it yet. Um, but it's kind of a big deal. And it is the second generation of a spreadsheet project I've had called FiberCalc that allows farmers to uh, determine for how much area or how much seed what to expect in terms of dry fiber weight. But it doesn't take into account, these are rules of thumb, specific cultivars, irrigation style, whether dry farming, pivot, whatever, or hell greenhouse, um, days from seed to harvest, and it dovetails with the work I've been doing with the non toxic processing workflow for hemp that doesn't use toxic chemicals like lye, but food grade enzymes. And while it's been a manual process because there's really no tools, um, the paper makers I've worked with have freaked out how easy it is to work with. I've been making paper, which has been a hidden joy, but easing into things like hempcrete and hemp plastic. So I'm back in Cascadia. Seattle has changed, so has I. It's the wild, wild west out here. Fucking police forces shrunk. Crime's off the hook. Downtown's dead, though Amazon has people coming back to work. Um, but I'm part of this community. I moved here in '86, and even when I was on the road, either New Mexico, the East Coast, whatever, people were calling and checking up on me, and I realized I needed to leave in order to appreciate what was here. And there's a relatively wide, diverse, loving community that cares about me and wants to make sure that I don't fall off the edge. And it got close. But I'm really happy. I live a solo existence by myself, friends upstairs. Uh, uh, I know the neighbors. I've met the neighbors. I didn't know them before. And it allows me to focus on the Dharma, allows me to focus on paper making uh, and beginning to build harvest tools um, to make processing fiber not only easier for me, but also sets a model on a micro scale as to how it can be done industrially as hemp processing needs to happen as things like hempcrete and hemp paper, um, even animal bedding, um, and others. So anyway, it's where I am. I have my third Toyota pickup. I'm living a farmer tinkerer's life. Uh, Learned a bunch, made some mistakes, made a bunch of mistakes. Uh, so yeah, I've sort of been off the grid for a while, but you know, life's groovy. Love you.